One of the main questions we get is, how do you go about investing into real estate? We have an upcoming seminar to help you learn the basics of real estate investing, everything from cap rates to debt, how to capitalize on the growing rental market that we're in right now, and how to start an investment portfolio. So sitting here with Cammie, and we have a lot of our clients that have invested with us previously. We've done hundreds of investment deals. Using my experience as a financial advisor, it's been really fun to see that. We've been getting a lot more interest lately of people looking to start their investment portfolios. What advice would you give them?
I would say, number one, go to our workshop. I think that's the number one thing to do. That way you can learn along with the rest of us. But I think that it would be really great if we could do some sort of a group investing that takes away the personal responsibility of you owning your own property by yourself. You know, sometimes that gets a little daunting if somebody's not paying rent for a long time or there's a lot of repairs to make. If you can go into it with an investment group or even just a few friends that you get together and do some smart investing, I think that's the way to do it. It just spreads that liability across a group and makes it a lot easier to absorb when there is problems.
And part of my success is I found good partners to start with originally, and I was on the real estate side and they were more silent partners, and we've been able to buy a lot higher quality properties with higher tenants in there. The Marathons, the Amazon, some of these other big oil field companies, and it allows you, instead of investing small amounts of money, to leverage at a higher rate. And then also tip number 2 is going to be finding good local lending partners. Don't try to go out of state. A lot of these investment banks say that they can own you money and lenders, and it's just always a hassle. So find somebody that's local, find somebody that's been doing it well.
Knows you.
That knows you, knows your situation, that you can go sit down and have a face-to-face meeting with. So pick a local lender. We've got a list of those that would be helpful as well, that understand the investing basics. And then I would say tip number 3 is make sure to set up your accounts correctly. We recommend an LLC. You've helped me set up all of mine so far. How easy is that process?
Oh, really easy. If anybody needs any help with that, I have an SOP written out, so I can send it over to you, and it's very simple to set up. It costs a little bit with the state, but not much. Within an hour, you can have an LLC set up and your EIN number from the federal government. So really, really simple process.
And that will help add layers of protection for you if there's any liability issues as well. And then there's also a lot of tax benefits that we'll talk about at our upcoming workshop also. The other thing that I think is really important is when you're analyzing investments is to be knowledgeable on what's going on in the market trends. You can look on our website for the Altos reports. Those have been really good. Talking about days on market, price per square foot, how much inventory you have, so that you can help hunt and shop those deals if you like the single family side, apartments, duplexes, etc. That's been really
a wealth of information on that thing. It's got all kinds of stats, so definitely utilize that. And then talk about the big beautiful bill.
That's what happens when our president, of course, made a lot of his money in real estate. There's a lot of provisions in that bill that you'll love as a real estate investor. Bonus depreciation being number one of those.
Big time,
That's going to be huge, which will allow you to depreciate a lot of the furnitures and fixtures related to a property up front, as opposed to over the lifetime of that. Gets you a whole bunch of huge tax write-offs. So your goal by this end of this year should be a property that qualifies for bonus depreciation to reduce your income, to allow you to pay less money in tax, put more money into your investment portfolio, and then buy something. We would love to have that conversation to help you out and give you advice on that. In addition to that, any other ideas and thoughts that you have related to real estate investing?
I am really interested personally in doing some of these Airbnbs. So I'm actually looking out of state for some properties that I could utilize periodically, but then hopefully I can get some tenants in there, or not tenants, but just clients for Airbnb and pay off, or help pay the mortgage or whatever liabilities there are.
Some short-term rentals, especially in our area out in North Dakota. There's no short-term rentals. We get a lot of executives and oil field people that come in, a lot of traveling nurses. So if you're looking to set up some short-term rental accounts, you could get a lot more return on investment for that. And then speaking of rentals, one of the key components of the big beautiful bill is the Augusta Rule, named after the owners of properties down in Augusta, Georgia, where the big golf event is. that allows you to write off up to $15,000 of rental of your personal residence.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
So that's pretty cool. So we're actually having our executive meeting at your personal residence now.
Yes.
So let's assume that Proven Realty decided to rent this out, or somebody else. You could actually make up to $15,000 without having to pay any tax on that.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, good way to reduce your income. Lots of strategy behind that. We'd love to connect with you more. But as always, make sure to seek your tax professional for all of those answers and guidance as well. And other than that, if you're looking to invest, you want to know more about our upcoming workshop, if you're considering listing your property that may or may not constitute a good investment, make sure to reach out to us at Proven Realty, Broker by EXP, your one-stop real estate shop. Especially for investing, I'm Erik Peterson. This is Cami Hens.
Thank you.